on a civilization because they don't agree with their morality values. And honestly, I wouldn't disagree with them. You know, kidnapping, murdering for no good reason, slavery, all good things to not stand by. Although, who knows in this time age, you know, medieval time. Just realized that that volume's up. That is my bad. You probably didn't even hear it, but I did. Anyways, your team basically took down the House of Silver, one of the 5 main houses within the city. You also dispelled partially the spell that is currently keeping Thane's markings at still there.
Time to go kill the other 4.
He basically left afterwards. Old man, like maybe 80s in Drow value society. I don't know what 80 conceptually would be in Drow age, so I'm just gonna go with human ages. He was around 80 years old, crotchety, very powerful mage, but not a very good fighter. So easily persuaded. Did not have to kill old man, is what I'm saying. You guys got out. However, Yoko, as they would be, decided to go head towards the armory. Inside, they saw 3 individuals, like already armored up, ready, because that's literally what they were gonna do. She quickly put the head of their leader behind their back and said, "What are you guys doing here? Can't you hear that the mistress, the madam, is being attacked, or something around those lines?" Immediately,
yeah, something to that effect.
Yeah, immediately don't believe you. For various reasons, but the easiest one is they don't know who you are, and why would they believe that? That's where we left off last. Very little time before this building implodes on its... not implode, again, that it implies explosion. Very little time before it collapses on itself and then catches on fire. Yoko does not know that this is happening. The other team can infer where she is, but don't necessarily have exact information. This is where we are at, and this is where we start. Before the game, I rolled to see where they go. One got 17, one got 7, and one got 19. So they go first. Oh, and I forgot to put up the gosh dang character sheets. Which is just a cut and paste thing I found online. There we go. Okay. The first one easily looks towards Yoko's lies and can interpret that, yeah, this woman's lying. Immediately looks towards you. You gonna come in quietly, or we're gonna have to bring you down?
Well, I guess if you're not going to leave, then we're going to have to fight.
Clearly. Not at all what they asked, but okay. They take their turn to get to you right in front of the door. Take out their short swords and go in for a swing. Ba-ba-ba. Plus 6, total of 23.
Yeah, that would hit. I'm going to use shield, though.
The spell shield, not just a shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield spell.
Okay. Casting shield, the weapon just scrapes through the shield. It doesn't do anything, but it is stopped before it takes a full hit. All right, going in again with their attack. Obviously doesn't hit, and third attack. Not even close. The next guy can't go into melee range with you, so he will just throw weapons. No, they'll take out their hand crossbow.
I think he should move right there.
Why would he? There's no
To
strategic
line
reason.
up for me.
That's true. 18 probably doesn't hit your AC.
Nope.
Yeah, shield is still active, so can easily clear that. Oh wait, does they have... Nope, only has one range shot. So ignore that 8, unless you don't see it. Either way, I'm going to say they threw a dagger at you, clearly missed with an 8. Throwing another dagger. Yeah, these guys are just missing. Yoko. You still smell that pungent air of smoke in the area. Just nothing to connect with.
Yeah, maybe they just have weird taste in incense or something.
Sure. What do you do?
Gonna scooch over a little bit. Put Lady Silver's head in my bag of holding.
Okay, they immediately don't believe you anymore. They didn't believe you in the first place, but
Yeah, well,
there's like no way they don't
believe me
see
anyway,
that.
so-
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna shoot a lightning bolt at those two guys.
Okay. Oh wait, dexterity save. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, dex save. What the flip? How do they not have dexterity saves? This is dumb.
I
Why
guess
do they
they
choose
just
this one?
don't have dex saves.
I'm gonna guess that they have con and charisma.
No.
Well, fuck me.
They have no saves.
No. Well,
Well, fuck them,
This is
I
a weird
guess.
thing I found. Whatever. I found it online. Clearly not the
They are
best build. Anyways,
the jobbiest jobbers who ever jobbed.
I mean, their dexterity is a +4. They just have no proficiency, I guess. 21 for the first guy, which is in front of you, and 9 for the last guy, who clearly did not fail. Sorry, clearly failed. However, they'll use uncanny action. Wait, sorry. Uncanny dodge to take half. So that is 18
Okay.
for the first one, succeeded, so he takes 9. The second guy gets hit, but has to use his thing. Wait, why didn't the first guy... It doesn't matter. I already said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. The second guy takes 9 opponent damage as well. Thanks to their own class feat. They're not dead, but they are
Okay.
hurt.
And then I'm gonna use Blade Song as my bonus action and end my turn.
Okay. Alpani, you do realize that you're outside the door. You did say you were never in the door. Same with Thane. Same with... I am blanking on Aster's name. For a second there.
You got it.
Master.
Probably because the nameplate isn't showing on my screen. Anyways, you can easily tell that Yoko is nowhere to be seen.
Well, they probably did just hear that lightning bolt.
That is true. Like 100 feet. Let me look at the angle. It hit the wall. You guys hear like a somewhere in the distance, but you don't, I guess, visualize where it hits. Because it hits the wall? No, that doesn't make any sense. It's a pretty strong spell. You hear cracking, but you were honestly just told that Aster was going to bring the house down, so it could be Yoko, or it could just be the house crumbling. Honestly, at that point in time, I should have made the house fall, but whatever. Go ahead, Yoko.
What's the house made of?
Stone and support beam structures made out of wood, because why not? It's fancy.
Okay.
I had to make it that way because Aster wanted to bring the house down with a structured beam. So why not? A good amount of it's
It fits
stone.
in universe.
Yeah. And rich people underground would have, the commodities of wood. Either way. Alpani, easier to go. Unless you're still outside.
So, first off, what the hell was that?
What's what?
I was talking to the other two, not
Oh.
you. Shut up. Shut up, God.
Well, like I said, I did light the supports on fire.
Oh. And anyone see Yoko?
Last I saw, she was cutting the head off of Lady Silver. I thought she'd be out here by now, actually.
Okay, so I guess Alpani will start looking around. See if she can spot Yoko.
Okay. Do you go in the building or do you just look outside?
Gonna go off what Aster said, that he figured she'd be outside by now, so I'm gonna look outside.
That unfortunately does make sense. Go ahead and roll perception with disadvantage. Yeah, 14's pretty good. While you don't see her, you can hear something crashed nearby the left side of the house or mansion you're in. You know your team. They're very loud, they're very boisterous. Either they're fighting right now, they're doing damage, or Aster really wanted the house being broken.
I guess she would go look over there.
Okay. I will tell you, based off of your own intuition and understanding of the house, you can make it up to 20 feet of where Yoko is, unless you have more than 60 feet of movement in your turn. Even at the angle you're at, you can go into the house and be at 20 feet where Yoko currently is, but you know that Aster told you the house is coming down. That doesn't mean immediate death. I'm just letting you what that is going on.
No, we don't make any noise. So is this a door or a window? This box?
That is, if it's in between the lines, it is a structure that you can go through. That is a weapons rack.
Oh.
So I think that's a window.
That's a window.
That's a door.
That's a door.
That's the doorway.
Mhm.
That's a weapons rack. That's a weapons rack. And that's the door into the house.
Correct.
For now, Alpani will just hold her action.
All right. You hold action. A house wouldn't immediately collapse, so Aster, you do see that the middle of the house is beginning to crumble upon itself, and side support beams are beginning to fall, and rooms are beginning to break apart, but not in the immediate. The second floor is already destroyed. but not the first.
I'm gonna go around the left side with Alpani.
Okay.
And I'll action dash to get 60 feet, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. To the side of the building or inside of the building?
To the side.
Okay.
Aster is literally the one who lit the place on fire. He knows to not go in.
That tracks. This is around 20-ish feet from window. Last assassin man inside looks towards Yoko. A spellcaster, eh? Well, unfortunately for you, we deal with spellcasters. You can clearly tell they don't. They're just saving face. They're going to try and attack. Can go through
They
friendly
deal
fire.
with spellcasters, but they don't even have any proficiency. Save proficiencies.
That's just the thing I found, which is clearly not the best. Well, maybe. Yeah, they're just gonna go with short sword strike +6. Natural 20. Shield is gone, so if you want to activate it again, your turn already ended. Well, sorry, your turn already came and went, so you have reaction again if you want.
Yeah, I'll throw shield up again since it actually will help me avoid that attack.
Shield goes in, blade cuts into the shield, but it doesn't go into your body, which is the main point of casting shield. They're going to try again. That's a 9. And it's a 14. That's not guy. Thing. Everything I said to the other guys, but your turn now.
Since he rolled a net 20, doesn't that auto hit?
I didn't want to.
I mean,
If your shield can block
we'd
it,
insist on it. We'd insist on it if it was us doing while rolling the 20. So
fine, you can take
I'm
the
okay
damage.
with the hitting.
It's not that much, technically. 1d6 plus 4 points of piercing damage. That's 6. And 3d6 points of poison damage. 5. Total 11.
Ouch. That was a sorry roll.
Yeah. I'm more or less done with these guys. Thane, your go. So you do feel like the top of the roof you're currently standing on, like a lot of the things collapsed on it. Like you heard a thump. Anyways, Thane, it's your go.
It would also probably be getting very hot and uncomfortable.
Yes. I
and
already mentioned that.
smoky.
I'm gonna send.
You also said you didn't have your pseudo dragon. Although I'm pretty sure you can summon it, so you can have it.
No, I wasn't gonna do that. I was thinking about doing sending to just tell you I got.
Oh, sending. Okay, I heard I'll send. Which could imply either, I guess.
I'm not going to. Oh wait. Yeah, because I don't know where she's at. Right? We don't know where she's at. That's the problem.
That is true. Although I don't think sending needs visual.
I'm not wasting I'm not using a 3rd level spell slot. I gotta conserve spells.
She's not worth it. Got it.
He was probably asking for his
Message.
telepathic thing
Yeah,
magic.
Oh.
My telekinetic stuff. But I think I have to be able to see her. Yeah. To be. And I have. Am I still concentrating, or did that end already?
On which spell?
My if stars. So for now, it's been longer than a minute since I killed that guy that was running away from the house.
It's been like 30 seconds technically. It was
Okay,
2
so-
turns ago.
Oh, then in the process of the turns, I would have been. If I'd known that, I would have started moving the spell towards. Because I can only move it 10 feet a turn. So.
Okay, it's closer to you. I think it's around 15 feet away now. If I'm doing math right.
2 turns worth would be 20 feet.
I think they were 40 feet, and I was giving you some extra feet. But if you want 2 turns, it'd be 20 feet, or you can take the 15.
No, I mean, okay, I'm confused. Hold on.
It was 40 feet away from you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
Now
said
it's
2
50.
turns, and you can only move 10 feet. So that'd be 30, 20, and I said you can have it at 15.
Alright.
And then whatever movement you want now, I guess.
And I know I saw these guys, right? When I was running out, these are the guys I saw.
You
clocked
saw
when
people
I-
headed towards the armory. You don't know if they're there still, or if something else happened. You did hear like a massive thudding noise in that direction before the second layer of the house collapsed on itself. So they could
Right.
still be there theoretically, but at the exact same time, you don't have definitive information.
Alright, I must just start moving the aura, in that direction. That's my turn. As long as I got concentration on it, I'm.
Okay, another 10 feet, which would be at 5 feet near-ish where you guys are at. Man, that thing is going to be like...
I mean, I don't
Here
want to waste more
ish.
spells right now. So
No, I get it. But that thing's moving slow. It's maybe
No,
60
you know
feet
what?
away.
Okay, get that. Yeah, and I was thinking about getting that when I can. Let me find it real quick. I'm gonna cast Polymorph on myself, but I gotta look up the monster real quick. So,
Okay.
choose what to do. There's beats. Let's go up to chunk 7. We're still level 7. We didn't level up yet, correct?
As far as I'm aware, unless you did it secretly.
I wouldn't do that. Okay. There we are. Yeah. Polymorph lasts an hour.
Yeah.
Since we're, I'll look over at Aster. Are we rampaging through the city?
No, I mean to make towards the city center, where the head matriarch resides.
You do know that one guy got away.
Cut off the serpent, and the tail will die.
So we're planning on killing them, right?
Utterly.
Good. And I just, I put my pipe away, and I clap my hands together, and I just start shifting and changing, and I change into a giant ape.
You put the pipe away? I wanted the giant ape to have a pipe.
I mean, if a dogma will allow it for aesthetics, the giant ape's has a giant pipe in his mouth.
No, because I can see one of you try to start a fire with that pipe.
What? Alright, that's why I'm shaping it.
I wouldn't
We've
use
got
it as a fire starter.
ways.
I'd use it as a club.
Well,
An illusionary pipe is
No.
formed, but nothing solid that he can abuse later.
now the
We've
ape
got
is
plenty of.
The ape is yeah. I was about to say the ape is.
I think it's nearly
actually-
one more bigger. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there it is.
Let's see. here.
I'm a giant, pure white albino ape.
I got no other color variation except for brown and black.
I'm just for aesthetic reason.
Oh, and this red
That's
one
right.
for some reason.
It's fine. But it has 157 hit points. I have 40 feet of movement, so I will start. We've already killed this one, so I'm just gonna. I know where to go as Star, but Thane doesn't know where to go, and this creature's fairly intelligent, so. And his goal was to find Yoko. So. Yeah. I can't fit through the door, so I see a shiny. Do I see that window?
You see like the brim of a window.
And wait, how? Yeah, and okay. Would he be smart enough to not go inside to the collapsed building?
The monkey or you?
I mean, I take on the intelligence of the
What's the intelligence?
7.
Mm,
I mean, it's
It
not
I don't
Probably
know.
would've-
Most creatures instinctively try to get out of fire.
yeah.
right.
It would probably not understand it could potentially collapse the building, but it wouldn't probably go into a if it smells like fire, it probably wouldn't go in that direction. Usually animals like feign away from there.
All right.
Fan away.
I'll get right up on the window.
What's the distance of your monkey?
If I'm dashing, 80 feet.
Nice. Then you're by the window. I don't know why you would go that way specifically, but it's a good enough start to see.
Well,
You're by
they
the
did
window.
say they were. Aster did say he thought they might have gotten outside. So
So you could have gone right too.
yeah, but Aster ran this way. And didn't Alpani go the other way?
I wasn't arguing. I'm just saying good enough start.
But I'm at the window.
I wasn't done with my sentence. Anyways, I don't know why you go over to the windows, but good enough start. As you get to the window, you realize that's a good idea, which was the rest of my sentence. As you look in through the window, I'm assuming, or at the very least, I'm going to say a passive perception of 10 does it. You notice like a whole bunch of drow like clampered in by the frame of the door. And like you see the subtle hint of silverish hair that Yoko possesses. Or it could be a drow, now that you think about it.
I have a passive perception of 14.
Yeah, you
I
see
mean,
Yoko.
I would have the intelligence, but I would still recognize friend and foe. So I would.
Yeah, you see Yoko's unkempt hair. Not as silky.
I look over at Aster and point inside, and then do like kind of sword chop motion to like deliver Yoko's inside.
That is. Go ahead and roll insight, Aster, and what would this be? Performance with monkey. First,
Monk.
giant ape. Go ahead and roll performance to play charades.
All right.
How far away is he from me?
From you, you said you held your turn, so 80 feet, unless you went with Aster, which you totally could have.
Yeah,
Then he'd be around 20 feet.
I could have moved up with Aster.
You can say you
Well-
did. You did.
I'll be like back one.
Then he's like 25-ish feet away from you.
Would I see him doing this?
Yes, he's playing. He's like chop, chop, chop,
shit,
chop in
fuck,
there.
Forget. I don't have to do this. I don't have to. I just speak to him in my head through his head.
Do you remember that? Oh wait, yeah, monkey. But I think your telepathy works
These-
either way. No.
I'm just.
I get that. I just don't know if monkey understands that. But Alpani, you understand it, so it doesn't matter.
The way I remember it, I still remember who I am, and I like this. This creature is smart enough to remember certain. It's smart enough.
It would probably
I
come
think-
across like broken common.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
basically,
You're not dumb. I'm just saying Alpani would probably remember before you do.
okay, so I mean, Alpani's able to understand what I did, and then the monkey just has a little thing, his eyes just like sparkle for a second because he remembered something. And he says in your head, Aster, "Fox lady inside."
Flawless.
Hey, I'm going off the 7 intelligence of a monkey or an ape.
Ape. I just keep calling it a monkey. Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm just like, I look over and I look back at the window, looking in, like, craned my neck, like, and then just scratching my chin, like, to see if they would see me. Giant ape at the window, like, hello.
Let's see if they have a passive.
I'm not hiding, so.
They still need to kind of a passive, at least with a 10. He doesn't tell me a passive. I can figure it out, but I don't care. Oh, perception 13. There we go. This is written weird. They notice you, but they don't care right now. You're outside of the building. They look towards Yoko. Ha! I knew it. Low-born, low-bred, and dealing with vermin. Clearly we have someone of ill repute. Yeah, none of these spells that they can cast can do anything in this case. Whatever. They're just gonna straight up attack. I don't like this build. I'm gonna change that up later. Anyways, short sword strike +6. Yeah. Nope.
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 I'm gonna say like their second short sword like broke when you were parrying your blade against theirs. Next round, if they have one, they only get an attack once.
Now look what you've done. You broke it.
Guy with the crossbow just is a guy with a crossbow. He's gonna just shoot at you. 23 hit.
Nope.
Nope. Regularly or no shield? Oh wait, you already have shield up.
Well, I still have my shield
Yeah.
up.
Never mind. Nope. Regularly. Dagger.
Natural 20.
The crit will hit.
Oof.
Okay.
It's the only way he could hit.
Yeah. What is your AC at right now?
27.
1d4 plus 4 piercing damage. Oh, good piercing damage.
Max damage. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Not done with that.
1d6 poison damage. That's 5. Not much. But I did something.
That's a lot for a crit.
I mean, for a crit, yeah, doubling that damage would be 16 and 10, so a total of 26.
For a freaking dagger.
He could use sneak attack, but I'm going to say he doesn't get to, because that one guy rolled 2 natural ones. Plus, he missed the first one, so it doesn't matter. Yoko, you feel like the area around you begins to shake and vibrate. It could be the poison, or it could be the more and more apparent fumes in the air. And there's also a giant monkey in the window. Ape.
Waving at her.
Has they never turned into an animal around?
No,
Yoko?
I just gained this ability.
Yoko, you just noticed a giant ape in the window. Like, waving at you.
Yep. Yeah, I emoted earlier that she realized the drow have a giant pet ape. Well, I'm gonna attack the guy that just stabbed me. Gonna hit him twice. Where is it?
The guy that's just stabbed you is a bit of distance away. Do you have, like, reach?
Wait.
You didn't get stabbed, you got shot.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, my bad. Then just
It's a reach
whichever
of 10
guy.
feet.
Whichever guy.
This is the only guy that attacked you and hit. The other guys just failed.
And both of
Yeah,
them.
Well, technically, one hasn't taken their turn, but yeah.
I'll just hit the one that broke his sword then.
That would be this guy.
So, 19, 24 for him, and 11 for the guy next to him.
I don't see the 11.
It's fire second target right next to the 5.
Okay, cool. Blade sings in and slashes into this man. What total damage did you do?
24 to the one I hit with my sword.
The man looks heavily
And
bloodied,
then-
but not quite dead. And he said 11 to the second guy. So he takes it, but not at all killed.
Then I'll try and finish off the first guy.
Okay, does it?
Okay, and that's it.
Okay.
For attacks,
your
I'm
second-
gonna use.
Swing strikes in, but he is still living.
Bastard. How dare you not die?
Yeah. I also forgot to do Uncanny Dodge since it was already past his turn, but I already forgot it, so I'm going to say he's still bloodied. Go on.
And I'm gonna use a key point to take the dodge action.
Yep.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Apani, you see a giant monkey like waving towards the window. They state "Ooh Iki," which in monkey terms is Yoko inside. Maybe something about bananas? Who's to say? Giant ape. I don't know if apes eat bananas. They're here or there. What do you do? You know the second floor is... Sorry, the... Oh, no, yeah. The second floor is going to come down on the first one. There's only so many subtle hints I can say. Without just straight up saying it for the third time.
I really don't know if I have anything to help here. So I am going to hold action for the moment. Because I really don't have anything that helps here.
Okay. Do you like hold your turn or do you like hold action until something happens?
I'm gonna hold my action until and see if Yoko shows up randomly. Or gets out of there, I should say.
Fair enough. Aster, I'm going to say the building is going to come down this turn, but at the end of your turn, you see it shaking, you see it wobbling, you see the framework about to collapse. First in the inside, and then around the walls. You have a turn to act.
Oh boy.
I even gave you guys a free turn. Use it wisely.
Alright, so which one is the window actually?
The one where Giant Ape Boy is at, like to the left of it, subtly. Again, if a box breaks the line, that is something you can go through. If it doesn't, probably something inside.
Alright. I am going to... dash, action surge, and dash again.
Okay, I did mention you were only 20 feet away from the window, so you can dash, action, move, and action surge while you're in there. You don't have to like do all that to get in.
Alright, well, if I... Okay, that's great then.
Okay, move towards the window. Break it with an action to surge inside. You're inside. You have an action surge, so you have your turn again, I guess.
Can I grab Yoko from here?
No.
Alright, well, I'm just
There
going
are
to bully
betwixt
this man
two
out.
enemies.
I'm going to bully this man out of the way, and I'm going to grab Yoko.
Okay, it'd be harder, but not impossible. Go ahead and roll, I guess, athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics. Okay. They straight up need to roll a natural 20 to even do that. And even then, I'm going to say if they roll lower than you, you're going to win. I'm going to use their dex, which is +4. They don't have any modifiers on this because apparently they don't have
So
blah,
even
blah,
a
blah.
natural
So they can't win.
They can't win.
Can't win.
But I want to see if they go to natural 20 at the very least. That's a 10.
Nope.
Nope. You push this man to the side. Grab onto Yoko.
And I'm going to
let's-
use...
That is 30. I think you can only move half your speed with someone, unless I'm mistaken.
only if they're unwilling.
Up to Yoko, I guess.
Well, of course I'm unwilling. There's a bunch of swords here for me.
Alright, well then I'm action surge dashing anyway, it seems.
Yeah. Wait. Sure, why not? I'm gonna make you pushing that man a bonus action. I don't want to kill you guys, technically. Not purposefully, anyways. You get up to 15 feet. Yoko's still struggling, so you spend your entire turn to get her out of there. The window's already broken, so you get out just fine. Those guys, however, were honestly just going to kill you and then run. However, At the start of the round for one of them, you do hear the guy that rolled a 7 goes, guys, now that they're gone, do we think, and before they can even finish that sentence, that building collapses on them. Even if it doesn't straight up kill them, it pins them down, and I don't think any of you guys are going to try to save them. I didn't hear
They're
a yes.
under rubble, right? They're
Yeah.
under rubble, right?
It's the rubble of the first floor and then the rubble of the second floor. They need to make a athletics check of 20 to break out of that on their own.
Are we
They
still in
also took some
combat?
damage, but I don't think they're going to survive because I don't think any of you are going to try to save them.
Are we out of combat?
I am asking, do you try to save them?
No, not particularly.
No!
Then we're out of combat.
Okay, the building's collapsed, right?
Building collapsed.
I'm gonna pick up 2 giant parts of the stone part of the house and just carry them as big rocks, right? Can I?
Some of them.
I'm gonna take 2 big pieces of the house and carry them.
Okay. You now have 2 pieces of the house. 2 large pieces of rock house.
Mhm. And I'm gonna kind of look down at Aster, tap together, and kind of motion towards the middle of town.
For that, you would need 3 giant bottles and to put them in between your fingers and tap them all together.
Boo.
How far are we from the center of town, actually?
Pretty far. Like, not miles and miles, but like a mile and a half.
Like, a mile and a half?
I'm gonna make it
Start...
fairly small. Acrobatics 22. Okay, Yoko, you break free of Aster's grasp, I'm assuming?
Not against that 30.
Well, I'm assuming he'd have let me go after we were outside, but
Yeah, it
don't
was
worry
more
about
like
that.
it was more like pushing you through the window. But yeah.
Yeah. What's it acrobatics then for?
I just wanted to see what my rolls would have been.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I probably should have made you roll, but again, I am not here to try to kill you, although I am here to pay consequences. Anyways, you break free, and this giant monkey man / ape has 2 giant rocks and like motions towards the middle of the city. It is a mile and a half to the giant building. You can see from this distance, and Alpani and Yoko, you do see a shadow like already there before you even get there. No, like halfway there, near a gate that is currently between you and that building. Well, not a gate, but like this is between that
So-
building where you guys are at and the distance halfway there.
So before any of that, is there any way to get at the remains of the armory
You're gonna have to,
to try and salvage a couple things?
you would need to take time to like unrubble things to get to that point. But yeah, if you take like an hour, like a short rest, to remove the rubble, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, I doubt they're gonna go for that.
Me, definitely. Clock's ticking.
Up to you guys. But you can see that Shadow is currently speaking with someone, and then those 2 individuals that were within the same group spread out further into the city, while that Shadow goes back into the alleyways of the city itself, losing sight of them once more. What do you guys do, other than point towards building?
Yuko, this is Thane. He transformed. The head matriarch is in the center of the city. We mean to kill her.
8 just takes off running.
Okay.
Good luck
That's it.
with that.
Rush.
If you're injured, I can heal you now, but we need to march. Otherwise, Thane's going to get himself killed.
I don't know. He has those two big rocks.
I got an intelligence of 7. I'm not dumb, but I'm not smart either. He said kill the matriarch, so...
I really feel like I should just
Oh.
straight up kill you guys, but I'm going to play fair. And slightly to your advantage.
How would you kill us?
I could have
Plenty
easily...
of ways.
I
We're
had
in a
plenty of
drought
ways.
city.
I just don't want to straight up
Yeah.
kill you guys. A DM
Well,
isn't supposed
I
to
don't know
try to
about
kill
you.
you. Just pay for consequences that you've dealt on yourselves. More or less.
I mean, we
Go on.
attacked the house of this city. I mean...
Go on, go on.
We can go to war. I mean, that's fine. It's a war of attrition, but we can still survive.
It's not attrition, man. You're going against an entire city.
You can wage a war of attrition against an entire city, depending on how you handle it.
Not with 4 of you and base stats of what I have already. I'm warning you now. Anyways, in-game, what do you guys do? Aster did mention that if you need to be healed, he can heal you, but we need to get moving. Otherwise, we're going to lose Monkey Man. Not in those words exactly, but I feel like it was the same thing.
All the concepts were conveyed. Besides Yuko,
Well-
who knows? The matriarch might have a really nifty sword.
And an army to deal with first.
Who will
Because
also
there's
have
no
cool
way we're
swords.
gonna be able to get that as close to her as we did the last one. Now that the whole city's on alert.
Or soon to be on alert.
That's why we need to hurry. The faster we can get there, the less likely that they can be raised to called to arms.
2 turns have passed. Monkey Man is now 160 feet away.
I think that metaphorical ship has sailed already.
I'll stop for a minute and look back to see if they're coming.
You're 3 blocks away. You turn back to see if they're coming. You're like 2 blocks away. I forget how long distance-wise is block of street.
The healing would be appreciated, but I'm not too keen on charging in there to almost certain death.
If you're not meaning to aid us in the battle, then I will not heal you. I'd rather keep that for someone who would.
Understandable.
Three turns have passed.
And I'll cast invisibility on myself and head for the city gates we came in through.
Yeah. Item, icon, invisibility, ninja man.
Basically, you're abandoning it.
Oops, that's not the one I wanted to turn off.
Immediately becomes visible again. Yeah. You make your way there. It'll take you like 4-ish turns, theoretically. We're just gonna stop doing turns. You'll get there eventually, without too much of an issue. Astro Alpani, you do see Monkey Man 180 feet, 160 feet away. You're not that far. And you do see Yoko come invisible and don't know where they went. Astro, you
What
feel
about
them
you?
for like a bit, and then they disappear from your range of vision.
What about you, Alpani?
I feel like we may be biting off more than we can chew here. We weren't quite prepared to deal with this magnitude.
The issue still remains that the Black Scrawl is over Thane and presumably his wife as well, though.
And there's no one that would be able to aid us right now, is there?
Aid us in what way?
I won't argue on it, but I do agree with Yoko. We are facing a massive hurdle. There are many drow in this city, and that's going to be the hurdle. They protect their matrons usually a lot better than what that one was. Though we did have the element of surprise here.
I'm gonna signal for Thane Ape to come back towards us.
You call Thape to head towards you. As they walk towards you, you do hear a bell in the distance, and then another, and then another, and then one relatively close to you, around a block away. You don't know what it means, but you're starting to hear bells throughout the city. Does Thane Ape head towards Aster?
I guess. I mean, okay.
Comes back, trudging with the two giant stones. Party time o'clock. You return without too much of an issue. Yoko, you are roughly halfway from point A to point B. So, like a little bit more time, and you'll get to the gate. Is there anything else you're doing while you're heading in there?
Nope, just trying to keep my head down and stay out of trouble.
Okay. Passive is 17. You do see that when the bells ring, like, people are wandering around you, but no one, like, goes to attack you because you're invisible. And some of these guys can't see through invisibility, but who knows if some of them can. But none of them attack you currently. You do hear like 3 people heading towards a certain spot within the city, and offhand that you do hear them state, "Warning bells! Quickly, get to your matriarchs! Do you think there's an attack? Don't know yet. Right now we have to prepare it for the worst." And they head over. You do hear another voice state out, "Did you hear? The Silver Slaves died. Looks like their matriarch died. Kicked the bucket," or whatever other term the surface world uses. Man, shut up. I knew some of those people. They were good men. And then, they were the slaves too. Whatever, man. It's all about the monarchs. Whatever. Let's go. And they head off.
I am gonna take a few candles from my pack
Take care.
and go ahead and light them off of the currently burning building.
Okay.
And I'm going to drip the wax into the symbol of a house that I saw on the way into the city.
You only saw the Silver House, because that was the district of the Silvers. There might have been an offshoot family, so that might work to blame someone. Go ahead and roll history. That's an 8. You remember vaguely what a symbol you saw that was maybe from a branch family?
If I don't remember any of the drow symbols, what about surface world symbols?
Yeah, surface world. You would know you would know a lot of them. Like, what kind of family are you looking to blame on this, I'm assuming? And also, what country?
What was the one to the north that we were sending demon spies to?
You really gonna do that to them?
Look, just because I'm not okay with the demon spies doesn't mean I'm not okay with warfare techniques.
That's fair. Luminera.
Yeah, I'll frame Luminera.
main house or like side house?
No, like the crown.
Okay, you easily know that. Not going to make you roll. Although someone can still determine if it's fake or not. Although who knows if they know. Okay. You begin to make the house of... let's see here. They are a non-demoniker family. That just means that it can be either form of family. It can be male or female, whoever rules is the ruler, depending on what the ruler chooses. It can be their daughter, their son, or other. The ruler gets to decide who the other ruler is, which is cool. But that's neither here nor there. You know the symbol there currently. It is quite literally a wizard's hat with like a circle around it. It dashes through it as if cutting the wizard's hat in half, and the top brim is almost light on fire, while the bottom brim is almost the symbol of snow. You form it. It takes you like a few seconds. Any reason why you're dealing with wax?
Because I don't have any chalk.
That's fair. Performance.
You know, I'm gonna use a lucky on this.
Even worse. Even worse. Even worse. I think you can
Doesn't
decide
matter.
anyways. Yeah.
Because I could choose anyway.
Yeah. Before you felt like, no, I can do better. So you drip a little bit more wax so it's more defined, more permanent. It's there. I'm just going to roll. I'm not going to show you it. I'm going to just roll a luck check to see if someone spots it before they butcher through it. But you can tell that's a possibility. Someone can just not notice it and it gets scraped away. But you make it big enough that they'll have a chance to at least see it. What do you guys do soon afterwards? Because the bell ringing is only getting louder.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Thape and gesture towards the gate and start running that way.
Rush, 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 rush. Yoko, you easily get there before anyone else, and you do see the man at the gate currently like standing down on lockdown, currently closed. Like the gate itself and the adjacent wall is not heavily tall. It's only 20 feet tall, so an adventurer can probably jump that if they really wanted to.
Fate just charges past Aster, running full speed at the gate.
I mean, Yoko get there first, but yes,
I'm just
you'll
letting
get there
you know.
second. Yoko, what do you do? Do you like listen into the conversation? Do you like jump over? Do you use a wheel and pulley system to pull yourself up? Currently, your stuff is invisible because you had it on you when you turned invisible. So you could maybe use like rope and stuff.
I'll give them a listen for a little bit, see what they're talking about.
You do hear one of them talk. Hey, did you hear? Apparently the Silver family died. Oh, really, man? I had like a cousin from there. He's probably dead too, man. Dude, I mean, sure, we're from the Monarchs, but that's kind of rude to say. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? So who do you think did them in? No idea. Apparently one of their spies contacted our family to bring people in. I mean, we're thin right now, but give us a few hours and we'll likely be able to spot anyone from anywhere. So if they try to act now, they could probably escape. Why are you talking this way right now? I don't know, I'm just making small talk. Fair enough. Well, whatever. Either way, a new matriarch will be housed, and then the family will be established. Still, though, it's too bad for some of the slaves there. Maybe. Either way, we should be fine. And once the spy is interrogated and any information is found out, I guess we'll figure out who exactly attacked them. True. And then the hunting parties will begin. I can't wait, man. I can wait. Not exactly a killer. Man, that's so like you, Shade. Whatever. Basic conversation after that.
Have I shown up yet? Have I got
No,
anything yet?
like Yoko gets like another turn to do something after that. Anything else you do?
Is it just the 2 guards there?
Currently, yes. They did mention it's thin right now because the Monarch family has to take up Silver's positions. You can go around them, you can outskirt them, you can maybe murder them, I guess.
I would like to try and kill one of them.
Okay.
The one that said the other guy wasn't, or not the guy that said he wasn't a killer.
So the one hyped for murder.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check if he's someone important. Probably isn't, but no, that's a 12. You get the standard. You see the man just currently speaking with him, and since you're invisible, you clearly have advantage on your attack. Okay. That is 26. 26 obviously hits. You slash into this man. Just standard invisibility?
Yep.
Okay. Slash into this man. You become full-formed, visible once more. Striking in for 12, 11... Sorry. 11 plus 2. 13 points of damage. The energy shots through him, and he's almost bloodied, but not quite there. This man only has so much health. He looks back wide-eyed that he's just been attacked after he just talked about murder, but also kind of thrilled that he gets to attack someone. What else do you do? Because I'm pretty sure you have more than one attack.
Yeah. I'll try and finish him off then. Whoops. Not
20
advantage.
22 does hit. Doesn't matter. We're taking the first one anyways. 22 does hit. Let's see here. 13, 27. I could do math. And then 33 total. 30. Yeah. Slashing into him for a second strike. This man is just barely alive. Wasn't expecting to die so quickly, but with barely little breath left. Maybe like, say, 5 HP left. 17. Yep. Hits his AC. And then you ring in a Hailmaker strike and smash. What?
I'll just kick him and then turn to the other guy.
Yeah. Without even missing a
No.
beat, you arc your leg and smash his head.
Now, what can you tell me about those slaves?
Surprise, he goes, oh, which ones? No offense, but we are on high alert. If you're gonna try to escape, you might want to do it now. At this time, you do see from a distance, I want to say 300 feet away, Monkey Man rushing towards you.
Yes, escaping is definitely something I plan on doing. Though I'm worried about the slaves from House Silver.
They died
Where
when the
would
matriarch
I...
died with them.
So that was the function of those collars they were wearing?
It's part of the function. They have a various amount of functions, but one of them is restraint, the other one is pain, and one of them is termination. There are a few I don't know since I'm not a matriarch myself, but those are the reasons why they try to keep the matriarch alive, so they don't die in turn.
Okay.
There have been cases wherein they've tried to revolt, but that's the entire reason why they stopped after a while, because they would die soon after. Look, I'm not a fan of this myself, but right now we are on high alert, and in some moments there will be more people here to, well, take watch and cover. Look, I am not a fan of this. If you want to go, I am not going to try to stop you. At this point, Monkey Man is 100 feet away. Passive perception, 16. He notices it as
Better
well.
forget you saw anything.
Looks,
And stay out of the way.
notices Monkey Man.
What's the situation to Monkey Man?
Uh,
Yoko's got her weapon drawn.
weapon drawn, pointed towards him, asking something, and they're talking. The man doesn't have any weapons drawn, but he is, a drow in this city.
Well,
-2.
after telling him that, Yoko's gonna back away and cast invisibility on herself again.
She just disappears. At this point, Monkey Man is 40 feet away. He notices you from a distance, but he is... Honestly, Yoko said, pretend none of this happened. Disappeared in the shadows, so he doesn't, draw any weapons when Monkey Man appears, because he's just going to assume you're with her. Whether you understand that or not is entirely up to you. But 14, you can tell Yoko did not attack this man. You don't know for what rhyme or reason. Maybe they noticed you rushing in and thought, oh, you're going to kill them. Or maybe they thought, oh, we shouldn't kill this one. Up to interpretation.
Okay. Below 10 and below,
Make a decision.
that's what I'm saying. 10 and below, it's not kill him. 11 and up, it's kill him.
So you're not making a decision. You're leaving up to chance.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
stupid. So I'm 40 feet from him. I just chunk one of the rocks at him.
Roll to hit? Athletics, I suppose.
Nope. It's an attack that the Great Ape can do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. D20 plus...
But you lose one of your giant rocks.
That was the point in taking these to do this.
I know. I'm just being...
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright.
Do more than 40 damage. I'm not saying that's how much HP he has. But that'll be enough to kill him.
29.
Ah, why couldn't you roll higher? No, I want to see if it pins him down underneath the rock. Below, I'm going to do what you did. Below 10, it pins him down, bleeding out. Above, he'll be able to escape eventually. 12. He'll be able to escape eventually. The rock smashes into him, dealing almost death. He's currently bleeding out, pinned down to a rock. Do you finish the job or do you keep running? You do see he's breathing.
He's supposed to die. That was my reasoning. That was my understanding. He's gotta die.
Take a hit.
That was the 12. So I'm throwing the rock again.
No, the 12 was to see if he could escape. He can. You see him struggling, try to get out of it. So he's alive.
Yeah, I know. My 12 that I rolled.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just realized we both rolled 12.
I'm throwing the other rock at him.
AC's 15, so 17 hits.
32.
Yeah, that's instant death. Smash! You get up to his face, slam it into him, and run. The rest of the team saw that second strike. As Apani and Aster round the corner.
I climb up halfway on the wall.
Okay.
And look back at the other guys, waiting to help them over the wall.
Apani, Aster, you make way towards the wall. At this point, Yoko, you could have easily gone over the wall. So I'm going to say you do, unless you don't want to. Alpani and Aster, you make way, and you see two dead drow guards, you assume, stationed at the gate. Monkey Man midway of wall, seeming to assist you to climb up. Tells you, assisting you to climb up.
Yeah, I'll jump up with an outstretched hand.
And Alpani will ignore the Monkey Man and fly over the wall.
Wait, what?
They ignore you and just fly.
Twilight Cleric.
Twilight
Oh,
Cleric, I
right.
can fly in dim light.
That's right. Yeah, I'll grab Aster and just throw him on my back and continue climbing up the rest of the way and over.
Climb up, easily enough done. No one argues why the drow died. Obviously, Monkey Man, Giant Rock, tracks. You guys make way. At this point in time, you can tell that the city is on high alert. From a distance...
How much time?
What was that?
How much time has gone by since I polymorphed?
Not an hour.
Okay.
But enough time that you can see that the bells have continuously rung. And you do see shadows... Well, Apani, because high enough AC, and Yoko, because high enough AC. By AC, I mean perception. I just screwed up there. My bad. You do see shadows, like, in the sky heading into tunnel systems. Do you guys, like, rush towards the opening of where the city was? Wait, sorry. The opening of where you guys came from?
I would probably... Did I see anyone going towards that opening?
No, they wouldn't have had time. No, but you do see, and also Yoko, if you decide to go that way as well. Dead bodies,
Yeah,
like when you're running that way, dead bodies like on the ground here and there. Monkey Man would not have had a chance to kill them. A good amount of them have collars. But Yoko, you were saying?
I'm gonna follow the group for a little bit until we're a little ways from the city, and then drop invisibility.
You saw like 3 or 4 dead bodies when you were rushing towards joining the team and moving there. At this point in time, you're pretty far away from the city. Like 10 minutes before monkey form drops, you turn back visible. Like 30 minutes before monkey form drops. I'll give you more time. You're pretty close to the cave system where it drops into this area.
Aster hears and said, "What we doing now?"
Letting them fight themselves.
What about Curse?
Give it some time. I expect that there will be a great upheaval, and with it, some of the summoners will be purged.
We headed to surface?
We are.
Alright, and then is he still on my back? Did you get down?
He's your
Unless you
travel.
kick me off, you're faster than me, and it's very practical.
Alright, I'm just like, once we get to the thing, I'll put him down, and I'll have to take back the normal form.
Bells have stopped ringing, and you do... Alpani easily noticed Yoko a while ago that they were there. You guys make way towards the opening. It doesn't take long before you reach the shadow again. Do you walk through it again? As long as you don't wake it up, it shouldn't be an issue. By the point you reach the shadow,
Yoko's
monkey
gonna-
form would be gone.
Yoko's gonna take the silver matriarch's head out of her bag and vent some of her anger and frustration by just stomping it into paste and then burning away what's left of it.
What a rude crew. Easily done. Burning it away can theoretically still be revived since body, but that's another story altogether.
Well, they would need 7th level magic.
The body that's in the building
Oh,
that
I'm sure
collapsed
they-
and is on fire.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I want to roll to see if that thing gets cremated, even though it wouldn't. But I want to see if that thing gets cremated. 18 and above, it gets cremated. 10. It'll get charred for sure, and it'll take some time to discern who is regular and who is former matriarch.
Plus, they'd have to spend a lot of money to.
A lot of money, very strong spell. Who's to say if they have it, if they don't? Not saying either way. Anyways,
Or if they even want to bring her back.
that one's the main one. True.
So why are we leaving?
The city's on too high of alert. Not that. I think that if we had moved, we would have been alright, but Yoko and Alpani disagreed. And I would not assault them with just myself and Euthane.
Apani and Yoko, you notice a bird, a hawk, like pitch black, heading towards your direction.
That's not a good sign.
It
We
doesn't
should
be like
probably-
targeting you. It's like flying above you guys. It's still in a cave system, so obviously you can probably like kick it or punch it. It's just like a dark raven hawk that is going through a tunnel.
Well, it's a bird underground, so that's strange enough on its own.
Yeah.
So how? What are we gonna do about the curse? I mean, yeah, there's fighting, but there's no guarantee that the summoners will be purged if that happens.
We'll give it a few weeks and see how it plays out. I left a mark implicating Luminera, but this is a drow city. Luminera is far to the north, too far south. Likely, and the hope is that the drow will read into it, as they tend to do, and think that it's a house blaming it on the crown of another kingdom above ground, and they'll go witch hunting.
I get that. I do. But if we're supposed to wait, I'd rather not go anywhere that could cause harm, because if I get hurt, so does my wife.
Well, you were just planning to assault a drow matriarch, which carries with it some degree of harm. So I don't think I quite follow your logic.
The hawk is now 30 feet away.
We did
Guys,
test-
we need to wrap this up. There is a hawk lying down here, and it's about 30 feet away. We should find somewhere safer to discuss things.
What's it doing?
Hovering above, like at the near roof, heading towards your direction. Alpana, you can tell that this type of pattern is associated with like trying to avoid the ground, which mainly means, in your terms, like not wanting to be obstructed by anything or anyone. Or go ahead and roll history. Like maybe you might know this.
Does it look like it's arcane in nature?
It looks like a dark raven bird on the ground. Yes.
Well,
That it doesn't make sense logically why it'd be down here to begin with. So then yes. The way it's currently acting and the way it's trying to avoid obstacles, this is the type of thing animals are used when they are messenger birds or like messenger animals.
So it is an arcane construct, like type magic.
Like a familiar or summons or something of that nature. It shouldn't be here to begin with, so yes.
I cast a spell on it.
You cast a spell and something drops on the ground.
I go and pick it up.
Up. Pick it up. With your hands.
Yes, with my hand.
You pick it up, and it's a small black crystal. You know this as, yeah, Thing would know these things. They're known as messaging stones. They usually have like some sort of recording, or you sometimes use these like to give reports and something of that nature. Well, used to. You don't have any more. Well, you have like 3 more.
I didn't answer to anybody on my ship.
You have like 3 your team crew members used. You have like 3 of them on the boat.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking back and press play.
You just unseal it by spending a low-level spell, unless you want to upcast it, I guess. First level spell slot or above.
First level.
Okay. Casting it doesn't matter unless there's secret information in between. But you wouldn't know that unless there is. You just know that that's a way of doing it. But with the first level, you do get greetings and salutations to those around us. It does seem that right now we are in a bit of a predicament. Right now, unfortunately, the House of Silver has fallen. More information is on the way, but I do suggest you alert the rest of your houses. Right now, we do know that... What did they communicate? Well, they could. Yep, okay. Right now, we do know that the monarch of Mortania has assaulted the House of Silver. But new information is going to come to light. I am for sure of it. Take note and take stride and prepare for war in the coming weeks.
Yep, we just started a war. Your kingdom's gonna be at war now.
Give it time.
You're not gonna prepare anything just in case?
Oh, I will. Not so overtly that they think that I fear a war, but...
I mean, you also blamed Luminara, so they might think it's like a double thing, or they might not.
I have weaved many ploys into this scheme. Do not worry.
I'm gonna keep the stone and pocket it just in case.
You have a
I
4th one now. Yeah, but you do know that the most people can do is like a first level spell slot to charge in a message and to charge it back out. It only plays once. To hide secret messages, you upcast it to play it. And unless someone knows there's a secret message, or unless attempts to, you upcast it to release that charge. But very few decide to do that because...
So if it did have, it still has the secret message on it?
If it has one, you would have to expend a higher level spell slot. If you,
That's what I'm thinking
if it's
about
like charged in at like maybe level 4, and you only cast a level 2 charge, it wouldn't play anything.
Right. So the message that we heard's gone, but there could, like, theoretically, there could still be a secret message embedded into it.
Potentially. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying that this is how they work.
Yeah, I was just making. That's what I wanted to know. I was just making sure if it worked like that. Okay. I'm gonna keep it for later.
Okay. It didn't tell you anything about where it was going, but if you had to guess, maybe another Drow city.
Apparently, I don't think this is the only city that's gonna be going to war.
No, it's a city, which implies a kingdom, some sort of hierarchy.
Well, I guess we're done here, so let's head back to your kingdom and get ready for that meeting in 2 weeks.
Okay. It doesn't take that long for you guys to reach the surface once more. However, at this point in time, you do realize that a building is on fire. I don't know who drew that.
Machios drew that, like,
Probably.
No, I did not draw the fire.
that was Rocket.
That was anyone but me.
That's what everyone here says.
Anyways, you guys do spend a time to get there, and by the time you do, you can tell that there is not an uproar in the city, but there are people like talking, whispers, rumors, like, did you hear? The mayor attacked the enchanter's house. Really? Why? Apparently they were doing something shady. Oh, that's strange. And like rumors of that note.
Maybe we should go check on the mayor.
I mean, I plan to. I need to ask about the status of the circle.
No, let's go do
And-
that first.
Tell him about the situation down there.
Well, I was going to tell his daughter about that, but
Yeah. You go to the gate, show ring, get through. This one you don't have to break through because Aster has the paperwork / symbol. You enter inside, and there is the mayor and his daughter. Currently I'm going to say on the street because you don't need to go to his home. He notices you guys. Oh, welcome. It's been less than a day. Yes, it has. Hey. Oh, so please don't tell my father next time to exact justice on his own. We have, laws and such.
I did
You're
not tell
quite
him
literally
that.
the one that
I told him to do as he did. I told him to use his discretion.
And I did. You've spoke with him before, haven't you? No, you recently became king. I would advise against saying that to him next time.
Regardless, what is the status of the teleportation circle?
When we interrogated Fitz properly. When we interrogated the Enchanter's house, it did seem that the teleportation circle was not damaged, but it was being bound by something. Luckily, we were able to remove it, and for some reason, we weren't able to get anything from him. We did advise housing and lockdown on him. He is in the jail right now. So if I had to guess, he might be manipulated in some way or fashion, or he was attempting to do something. I'm not quite sure. But we had another caster remove whatever he was attempting to do, so it is fully functional now. If I had to guess, whatever he was attempting to do would required more time than he was allotted.
I see. I should let you know that you should prepare for perhaps drow retaliation.
So, they think they're high and mighty again, do they? Cracks Knuckles, brings out the axes once more. Like good old days. Right. Any particular reason why they're acting up now?
They may be missing
Regardless, I
their
will.
matriarchs.
Regardless of why, it is only important that you prepare for them.
We would need to know why if there's a chance for diplomacy.
There is not.
May I ask why? Or are you going to
No.
keep this from... Oh, okay. Clearly it was you.
I'm
All right.
keeping this from you tactically until such a time as it is required.
I'll keep you to myself. But try not to cause any more potential damage to the people.
He killed one of their matriarchs.
I
Do you
inferred.
people understand that I can't tell lies and I tactically keep things to myself so that you guys also don't need to tell lies?
She understood based off of what Yoko said. The matriarch died. Are you going to tell me why? No. Got it. Clearly, it was your fault. Matriarch probably got murdered by one of you. Yoko just stated. Yeah, he killed one of them. Again, I'm not going to tell anyone, but please try to
No,
refrain.
it doesn't matter that you. It doesn't matter that I did it. It matters that you know.
It truly
I do
does.
this for your safety, not for mine.
It truly does matter, but you are the king. We will listen, so long as you don't get our people murdered. We will raise arms in preparation, but have no say until you make the announcement.
I will be sending a small contingent of soldiers towards here. If there is retaliation, let me know at the summit.
Will do.
And I don't expect there to be retaliation. I suppose since Yoko has decided for me that you are to be read into the situation, I might as well tell you the whole of it.
If you don't want to, I will say nothing. Again, was going to keep it to myself.
Oh, no.
anyways.
Let me tell you before Yoko tells you.
No, that is fine. I am tired of your team and
Well-
not you, King, because technically King had me beheaded. Definitely not you.
They might want to know about the Drow city beneath them preparing for war.
Yes!
I had
Ah!
covered that point.
Pumped! He's doing this in the background.
I just imagine him looking like Mr. Torg.
Yeah. Honestly, this city would be more or less prepared already. They would have a good naval fleet, but that honestly doesn't matter with the type of fighting that will ensue. But they have good fighters. This man quite literally was built for this type of thing. Was getting bored in the mayor's house. So honestly, he might actually have to step out of that and go into the military portion. But he looks towards you, Aster. Okay, I like you a little bit better now. Bring in the men. I'll train them. I'll hone their skills, and I'll make sure they don't die. And if they do die, it's their fault. If they cannot, huff it.
Aptly put.
Yoko hears in her head from me. What's with all the undermining Aster in front of his people? You can't respond, you just hear that.
Then what was the reason? Other than just to undermine her, I guess. But he goes, all right then, gonna go get ready. To the armory! Heads over towards the armory, unless you attempt to stop him.
Please do try to keep a low profile.
Okay, you don't know him that well, so I'm gonna forgive that one. I will rein him in.
Would you be so kind as to point us in the direction of the teleportation circle?
Very well. The teleportation circle is in the west gate of this main district. There you will find 2 guards there. They already know who you are since we've made sure that you were allotted. Well, they don't know specifically who you are, but we've made references to your description to be allotted and allowed in. We've also done the same in the jail cells, so if you want to speak with the former enchanter, you may do so.
Thank you.
Of course.
I mean, and technically she was the one who attacked the matriarch first. And threatened her. Kill her.
But she didn't actually kill her.
No, but you were trying.
Yeah.
Anyways, she does state very well then. If there's nothing else, I do need to go and prepare for the summit as well as defensive preparations. Nothing? Okay. She politely bows and heads out. Okay. You guys know where the teleportation circle is. Does anyone get Layla? Or do you dip?
I'm gonna go find her.
You easily find her. She's on the ship.
Well, I'm not. I'm going. I said I was going to go find her. I'm not saying I'm going now. I was waiting. Gonna see what the plans are.
She's not on the ship. You go and find her later.
Why don't, Thane, I'm sure you wish to discuss the events with your wife. Let her know the plans in motion. She has a right to know. I would like to at least speak with the former enchanter. If he is bewitched, like the
I'm
mayor
fine.
and his daughter were.
Alpani can deal with that.
Alpani, would you mind coming with me?
Sure.
Yoko, come with me. I need to give you something.
All right.
And we'll meet at each other outside the teleportation area
Alright.
once our tasks have been complete.
Okay. Normally it's never split the party, but right now the city is safe. Make way towards the jail cell area, Astra and Alpani. Without too much of an issue, you do get there just fine. 2 guards are stationed there. They do ask you, any reason why you're here? Need to speak
Here
with someone? Visiting hours?
I'm here to interrogate the former enchanter.
Oh, yes. You do look the person that she described. Can I get in? She didn't mention your name specifically for some reason. But can I get a name?
No.
Not yours, but I guess hers. Or one of the names she did a lot to us.
You can mark us down as beneath her name.
Weird thing, but sure. Writes it down. I don't know, maybe she knows it. Very well then. Step inside. They are on the 3rd jail to the right. Entering the jail, you see a tiny elf until they grow. Chained up by both manacles and leg restraints, you can tell, no problem, that they are whispering to themselves while looking at you, but they are not looking at you, if that makes sense, like past you. Passive perception of Alpani. Alpani, you can tell that this woman is stating something along the lines of, it's not a full sentence, but you get these words. I'm doing... Yes, this will succeed. The vision. I can see it. And something along those lines, continuing on.
Oh, interesting.
You learned something already.
Something about a vision, how it'll work.
Is she bewitched?
What would I need to roll to figure that one out?
Perception.
I believe Thane cast Detect Magic, but who am I?
Or detect magic.
I cast Identify.
You cast not there. But yes, thank you. Identify, I guess.
I don't think I have identify.
And just perception. You may be able to glean something. Everything's pretty good. You begin to look into their being, their more or less makeup, and you can tell that they are bewitched by something. Not as if a magical spell is like causing them to do this, but like something on the lines of natural energy warping around the body, like a druid would have, a sorcerer would have, or some type of warlock would have. An enchanter is normally a wizard, so the only way they would have that is if something gave it to them prophetically. Either a demon or a devil like gave them a vision based off of the way they're saying it.
Share that with Aster, and then since it's the natural energy, I mean, technically she's a wizard, like you said.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to dispel magic. See if it will do anything.
Yeah, the effect technically is still on them, but it's not exactly. Well, I guess I'll just play it the way it's played. You dispel magic on the individual, and that type of aura around them begins to dissipate and disperse back into the earth because it's natural. And you can tell that this woman is making more and more sense. But the structure of the patterns, the words are still there. They do state, now more clear, and eventually you will get a cognitive thought through them. But first you get the sentence. Almost there. The vision I saw. The doom from these circles. It's almost working. The plan has to come to reality, or else the light will get through. I have to extinguish. The plan needs to move forwards. And then slowly they are regaining, not their consciousness, because it's always been there, but the obsessiveness of this type of thing is washing away. And like 2 minutes later-ish, it would take longer, but I'm not going to say 2 minutes later, she like blinks and notices you, finally notices you, even though they've been staring at you this entire time. Can I help you?
You realize where you're at.
Yes.
What's the last thing you remember?
Working in my circle until I was imprisoned.
Let's go a little further back. Do you remember the vision?
Yes. I was given a prophetic vision of what was to come from the circles.
What was the vision? Can you explain it in detail?
Of course. Sometime in the future, these circles would be used to open. Well, I don't know where they come from, but a light would be emanating from the circles themselves, opening some type of gateway or door. Through the doorways, angels shot through them, as well as people in white robes. At first, people rejoiced and were gleeful, but then soon enough, these angels with spears drove into the people and caused them to run. The robed individuals spoke of a light cleansing and healing the world, while massive amounts of people died. And then I saw lights shining in the air from these circles, well, from this circle specifically, but I interpreted as the other circles also opening doorways to this place. That's when I knew things were going to get more dangerous, and I needed some type of failsafe to safeguard from that. It became a drive, an obsession, to try to protect. I guess it got the better of me, since eventually I was imprisoned here.
The energy from the vision and your own tribe mixed together, we'll just say caused some a little bit of insanity. But you should be better now. Alpani will look back at Aster. Do you remember with the mayor's daughter, she mentioned the light
I do.
while she was under
yes.
control? Emerald's going to be our information. We need him alive.
Lord Green?
The one that sent the cursed objects to the mayor and his daughter.
That's Lord Green, right?
No, it's Emerald. Alpani got it.
Emerald.
Too many green names.
Very well then. That can be arranged.
I don't really think the Enchantress was trying to cause harm, more as she was trying to assist and protect. But the energy mixed with the vision quite literally dampened her consciousness until all she could do was obsess over it.
You can also tell that like no item on her like fell down to the ground and like began to melt like the other items did, or like burn away. So it wasn't the same type of thing. So something else happened to her.
Chantress, are you aware that summoning circles of other cities are also closed?
I might not be the only one that received the vision, but it's possible. I just don't know of it. I just don't know this information. It took me, well, it would have taken me half a year to complete my circle when I was 3 months in. So, it's possible the other circles, the other enchanters were also given visions.
Do you have contact regularly with the other circle tenders?
Not usually. We have our own methods, and usually we keep those secrets, but from time to time we do speak at summits whenever brought in by the ruling houses, now ruling mayoral house.
And are you aware that having closed the circle as you did violated a direct order of the king?
I do realize that. Even though I was obsessed with my safeguard, I did act in my own good conscience, so yes. So now you die. Stab!
What do you think should be your punishment?
I am already housed in prison. If there is further punishment needed, I will gladly accept it.
I suppose that instead of treason, we can count this as a crime against the city. Minor vandalism. You did act in good conscience after all.
I suppose, but you would need to speak with the mayor on that part. I am assuming you're my legal counsel? Because you've never told her who you are.
Something of the sort.
Well, if you can speak with the mayor, that'd be helpful, but I honestly don't crave for favoritism.
No, acting in good conscience is admirable enough. Pawnee, do you have any other questions?
No, but I might have a suggestion
And those?
Murder.
for her. Alpani is not like the rest.
Sorry.
I also try not to do the murdering.
But to go along with the punishment, she should work towards fixing what she's done, even though it was in good conscience. And I may have someone that can help figure out this vision more, considering that the teleportation circle is a type of portal.
The safeguard was removed. It takes time to fully enchant something. If you do disrupt that during any time of that process, it will ultimately just not fully engage.
There,
So wait, are you saying that the teleportation circle can't be used right now?
No, it can. The safeguard I was trying to implement can't. It was disrupted, so it released itself.
now, yes, but there's someone that may be able to help figure out this situation. And
Again,
there might be a different safeguard to go with than becoming obsessed to the point of insanity.
I suppose if you can get clearance from the new High King, that'd be something to talk with them about. I do know what I was doing. Again, I just became obsessed with my work.
I will petition the High King then.
Of course.
Let's go meet with the other two then.
Okay.
And by the other two, I'm actually talking about the daughter, the mayor and his daughter at this moment.
Yep. You leave. Thane and Yoko, what are you two doing?
I'm going to find my wife.
You find her on the boat. She's still on the boat. She went out for a bit, but it's been a few hours.
Super heavily on stuff. But no, he was very adamant about not dealing with slavers, so they died.
Well, if you've never dealt with any drow before, generally that's how things go. It's akin to meeting a drow, deciding to murder them, since customarily they are worshippers of Loth, an evil, non-pragmatic being that will kill...
You know me, Layla, I don't care about what god anybody worships. Morality's not really high on my spectrum to a point. We've been together for as long as I can remember. I make deals that benefit me and help our crew. And what went down there was not beneficial one bit.
Still, though, if you only understand the stereotypes, it's usually how things go. I don't blame anyone.
I don't abide by stereotypes. I abide by the person's actions in front of me. So, and
To be fair to Aster in this case, if I wasn't too fan of them being slavers myself.
I got that, and I
And-
picked up on that because of the other. I'm assuming you're a Sune, correct?
Yes.
The other one that was down there. I picked up on that, but I would have thought they would have a little bit more tact to handle the situation and the predicament me and my wife are in, to allow a little bit of leeway and then dealt with the slavery part. Because now we're still I'm just gonna say cursed. It's the easiest term to use right now. But now we can't make deals with any of them down there to get it removed. And the things that Aster said about this is gonna do this and stuff, they're gonna purge their summoners and they know who killed her. They know he killed her. They're not. Speaking of which, I'm gonna pull out the stone, and me knowing what they do and could possibly do, I'm gonna try and burn a higher level spell to see if there's any secret magic in it.
What level?
I'm gonna burn a 6th level.
Oh yeah, that easily checks it out. It was level 3, by the way. You didn't have to burn that high.
I mean,
You're in a safe
no-
city. It's fine. You cast it. It burns into the crystal itself. Then you hear the following message. Yoko, you hear this too, unless you have a terrible passive perception. You don't. I know your passive perception. I checked all of yours before the game started. You do hear, I'm going to say you away from the crowd, but close enough to each other.
we're on the ship.
You're on the ship, away from the crowd, but close enough to each other, so you do hear this. Further addendum. It does seem that right now people are having complicated emotions right now. We did lose the House of Silver and their lycanthrope contacts. Unfortunately, though, that does bring up the possibility of them coming back for revenge, but we might be able to steer it in the direction of the surface world. It all depends on how quickly we act. I suggest you to make sure to get your man, Dark Shadow, into the thrall of things before anything happens. Otherwise, we might just have to go completely with each other against this kingdom. It's not a war we can't win, but it's a war we prefer not to fight. Again, we would have to go above ground and it would be so problematic for us. Why deal with the problem ourselves when we can just throw pack animals at it? Good luck. And the message ends.
Yeah, they not gonna believe. They know it was Aster, so they're not gonna think one of the other houses did anything and purge their summoners to unsummon. So basically, through his actions, he screwed me and my wife.
The drow, from what I
Not
can...
literally.
Yeah,
No,
whatever.
for sure, literally, not literally. For sure, literally, not literally, is what she was gonna say, but that made no sense in my head. Anyways, from what I can tell, based off of that city itself, if you could somehow give them something highly beneficial to them, they would, in a way, feel like they're superior to you and be willing to negotiate once more. However, it would have to be fast and soon. I don't know what they like since every individual is different, but based off of that message, they are very power hungry and very controlling.
Yeah, and I know he's not gonna surrender a city or.
I wouldn't recommend a city, but maybe someone that is very high in their own morality, in their own vision, and they would attempt to warp it. If you know anyone with that type of vision, you might be able to
He's
give
not
them
gonna-
as a
he's
peace
not
offering.
gonna- I would have to do that myself, and Aster's not gonna do that. It's apparent he's not gonna deal with them at all.
I don't like the idea myself. It's one of the reasons why I left, but it's one way of maybe dealing with this before things come to blows.
I'm gonna be honest with you, your life's more important than fucking morals right now, so I don't fucking care what I have to do. So,
Well, unless you know someone like that, the
I don't know
point is
anybody
rather
that
mute.
fucking-
You do. Roll history.
Besides the do what?
No, wait. Go ahead.
Besides Aster, Yoko, and Albani,
Uh,
and Jean.
you do. Go ahead and roll history. It's not that hard. I'll give you advantage. The mayor.
Fuck off. Besides the mayor and his daughter.
If you give it enough a good, compelling reason, she can be swayed. The mayor is more or less headstrong. He can be swayed as well, but he is very like, good, let's go with this plan, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a plan?
No.
It's
But
more hypothetical.
that's the thing. Like, we could have at least heard of their proposition. Could have
That is true. You never.
counter their proposition. But no, it devolved into I will not deal with slavers, and then you threatened her.
Out of character, you were ready to wage a one-man war against him.
I was a fucking stupid ape.
And
I mean, even before
too.
that, you were ready to go down there and.
And yeah, I was planning on, like, I had different plans, like, slowly but surely dig out underneath the city to collapse it in of itself. Or basically dig a hole from the ocean and drown the whole city.
I like that plan.
Yeah.
That would maroon so many boats. For a bit.
For a
The
bit.
ocean isn't that small.
I said for a bit.
But
But yeah, a lot of you are pretty murder hungry.
yeah, well, see, I was pretty murder hungry, and then we talked about doing the diplomatic way, and I was like, let's do that. So that's why I was keen on that, because I had a king of a country at my side to help with that, get into the door, you know?
He's also pretty headstrong. If he doesn't want to deal with slavers, which I don't blame you for, I can see that happening.
Yeah. I get that. I don't have a problem dealing with slavers and making deals and shit. Like, I'm not more Thane's not as like lawful or good as Aster is. He's willing to walk the gray areas
Yeah.
to get stuff done. So
If I had to guess,
Like-
you're more like upset that you don't have that viewpoint, or at least that
option
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, I'm still more than willing to drown that whole fucking city with the ocean. I'm also willing to, like, if Aster were to say, let's go to war, I would most likely be the first to sign up.
Layla, do you know if there are any other family
the
houses
others.
down there that are slavers or really big into that whole
They're all slavers.
thing?
Again, generalizations. Not everyone, but a good amount of them are. So long as they follow laws. Do you have like someone specifically in mind? Because I know that
No,
there is
but
an
I think-
outpost. There are outposts between cities.
I think Yoko's more or less doesn't want there to be slaves.
For
yes, along those lines.
We saw some other kitsunes there also, and that upset Yoko.
For that, you would need to speak with the matriarchs and have them remove the binding upon this slave.
Yes, I've found out about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So, since all those slaves are dead now, I was wondering if slaves would be something we'd even have to consider going forward, or worrying about if we went back down there.
I would state that they keep on rotation. So not all of them are bound all at the exact same time. It would defeat
Well,
the purpose of.
I think what Yoko's meaning, like, we wouldn't have asking and meaning is not all of the houses use slaves or employ slaves or are considered slavers.
That's correct. Some of them consider that beneath their own greatness, and others just simply don't want to. Not all of them
I mean, we
employ
could
slavery.
Approach the. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Many of them do hire mercenaries, though, to fill in the
Yeah.
gaps of power.
we just killed a matriarch.
I see.
I don't think we're gonna be welcome down there, no matter what.
Not with a disguise, at the very least. And it would have to be magical.
Well, bringing the slaves down there was my only personal interest in the whole matter down there. But now that we've thoroughly messed that up, I'm not so invested anymore.
Again, not all of the houses employ slavery, but some of them do, some of them don't. So, based off of interpretation and you killing a matriarch, I'm assuming they had some. And usually more than one house possesses that type of servitude. If you are still invested, there are still people to save, and not everyone is shackled, as I mentioned beforehand, at the exact same time. For potential reasons such as the matriarch dying, the new matriarch would need, as tasteless as it sounds, manpower to take over.
So, I mean, yeah, but the whole thing is, Aster won't deal with slavers. Yoko here wants to free the slaves. We killed one of the slavers. We're most definitely not welcome down there anymore. And they're preparing for war.
Then my advisement would probably be to speak with King Aster and Miss Alpani about the subject, and maybe talking with one of the drow outposts before they receive any messenger, any type of message.
We did intercept one. That was that stone from. But I don't know which one it tended to.
Let me see if she knows. 4. Advantage. 10. Okay. The only outpost that I know of is a few miles from here. They would have to use some sort of... Well, they'd have to be traveling faster than a normal person.
A
So-
bird, a raven.
That would probably do it. The outpost is known as... Insight 16. I don't know what you're inciting, but she goes on.
Myself. The
Uh,
darkness.
The outpost is known as Shadow's Fall. Maybe trying to get there first, but it is entirely up to all of you. Again, you did mention helping out the king, and in turn, that would help out ourselves. I'm not against going to war against my people, especially if it means helping you. But we should probably discuss this as a team rather than 3 individuals.
I just don't know what to do anymore, to be honest.
Talking with more might help.
Yes, we should probably regroup and discuss our plans moving forward instead of separately.
Yeah, the Aster wants to go to the back to the capital. He said Mia meant the teleportation.
I mean, the capital from this kingdom, from what we know, has its own mage school. Perhaps someone there could help us.
That is true. But they're extremely racist.
Heads up, I suppose. In the meantime, upon Aster, you get towards the mayor's. No, you go adjacent to the mayor's house because currently they would be at the armory. Currently, his daughter is stopping him from collecting weapons. What do you guys do?
I don't know.
Aster says it was come here for a reason. I don't know why.
Sorry, say again.
You wanted to come here. Any reason why?
Where am I?
Oh, you wanted to track down the mayor and his daughter.
Yeah. Right now you see them like currently at a shed. Well, a very, very big shed where you believe weapons are being stored because it literally on top it says storage warehouse for weapons.
As one labels their strategic military supplies.
It's written in Dwarven.
I don't know if that's a whole lot better. It's like, it'd be like labeling strategic military supplies in America, but you label it in French.
Not a lot of people speak French in America.
But yeah.
Well,
yeah, I just
speak
wanted
it
to.
well.
I just wanted to let them know the actual crime I'd like to see the person sentenced as, so that they don't like murder her or anything.
The mayor looks towards you. Okay. I mean, it's your laws and stuff. If you don't want them to be murdered, like, what do you want them to be had? Like, 40 lashes? 20 lashes? I forget. Is the higher number worse or better?
Worse.
So what are we thinking
No,
about? Like 30?
No lashes for this crime. Imprisonment for a 10-day. They're to be fined for the damages caused to the circle, if any. Another fine of 100 gold for the inconvenience brought upon sentencing. That's to go to your tax stores. And then at the discretion of Alpani here, I'd like to make sure that there is nothing coming from their visions, and she has a plan to deal with that.
I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
Is your daughter around?
The daughter's currently like putting the weapons back. She comes back a little bit soon afterwards. Evening, King, Miss Alpani. Father, I told you before, we can't bring out weapons right now. It's too soon. But I wanna! Too soon. She already took the key away from him. Is there something we can help you with again?
And I'll just explain everything I just explained.
Oh, very well then. We'll look into it, and we'll charge them appropriately as you followed soon after. There are no physical damages being done, but she tried to enchant something into the circle itself. But luckily enough, according to our casters that identified and checked it afterwards, the spell didn't hold or didn't last, which means we interrupted her before it could. We're not exactly sure what she was trying to cast, but we will interrogate as soon as she's well rested enough to fully recover.
That'll be all then. Thank you.
Of course. She begins to shoulder her father to bring him back home. He's sulking while they walk away. What do you do?
Unless Alpani has anything, then it's outside the summoning circle area to wait on the other two.
Yep. You guys meet up because you said you were going to meet up there at the summoning circle area. I want to say Thane, your wife, paid for parking, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not going to be towed again.
Yeah, that's what these people here in this little rowboat are doing.
What is that little black thing, black and white thing?
I don't know, but I'm keeping it there.
It's supposed to be the sewer entrance. How we got down
Oh.
to the I drew that. That's the only thing I drew.
Okay, I get
Wow.
Jawa.
that.
Definitely not Akios, because he's bad.
I told you guys this.
Anyways,
fucking Jawa.
the boat is paid for the next coming months, so you don't have to worry about the boat again. It's being kept by the guild, but the guild itself gave you paperwork, so you can take it whenever you want. It's just being looked after. But you make it towards the gate itself. I'll meet up before it. Like, the guards are stationed 20 feet from you. If you want to take it now, you can, but you've met up before that point. Layla does say, King Aster, Miss Alpani, great to see you all again. I'm glad you survived the ordeal underground.
Me too.
I
Yeah,
would hope so.
Aster.
Thane.
When we get back to your, could you grant us access to the magic school to see if maybe someone can help?
Of course, I had planned to ask my sister if she knew anyone that might be able to help. But yes, if you would like to go to the school directly.
Well, I mean, whatever. Make it like whatever will help grease the wheels. I mean,
Of
it
course.
probably would be better to show up with the king's sister than just show up by myself, my wife's self. So, but oh, I relay the secret message and the information my wife gave
Yep.
to us.
Message received, something about Dark Shadow contacting the lycanthropes before anything happens and pinning all the blame on their deaths on you guys. So they have to fight you first before the drow ever have to lay a finger on you.
Out of character, are these the lycanthropes that we know of?
Out of character, it was one of the lycanthropes you saw. Another one was the same race Yoko is.
Alright, shall we head back to the capital?
If everyone is ready.
I got nothing left in town.
Also,
Alpani, do you think you could remove this for
Oh
me?
yeah, the
It's-
remove curse.
Cursed a bit. And I'll hold out the necklace to her.
swirls it around the finger.
Why do I feel like this is going to be happening a lot?
You remember the sword they broke?
So
Oh yeah, that's right. Yoko still has a magical sword in there.
No, it broke.
Wait, what?
She broke it.
she's
Oh wait,
not dead.
there was that
No,
other
I'm
sword too.
talking
Yeah,
about
that's
the
true.
one from the stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still there. That's still there.
So Alpani will cast Remove Curse.
The curse was removed, and immediately, Yoko, go ahead and roll a d4.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It shoots straight for Thane. It just hits Thane, and nothing happens. You're just swirling it on your finger, so the momentum picked it up. You pick it up?
Yeah.
Thane or Yoko? Who picks it up?
It's at me. I picked it up.
Okay, you pick it up.
Who wants it?
Well, you identified it. Do you know what it does?
I told you what it does. Bring you back to life at least once. Crack it. Break away.
Well, it didn't seem to work for the matriarch.
Let me identify it again.
Same thing except for
Is
curse is
the
now
gem on
gone.
it cracked?
So, what exactly does it do? You can't-
It casts a spell Revivify once the individual has perished. It's a one-time use spell
Oh,
that
well,
once it cracks,
We did kill her. We did kill her really fast, and you removed it pretty quickly. So I'm pretty sure, but it didn't have a chance to go off. Like her, Aster proceeded to bash the skull. You proceeded to immediately after move the head and said necklace. So it probably didn't have time to activate. Think about it. Like, does it immediately as you hit 0, does it go off? Like, mechanically wise?
mechanical-wise, once you hit 0,
So it should have gone off.
it should have gone off.
Probably the curse is what was causing it, but we'll never know. Someone should keep it just in, and I shove it into my wife's hand.
Someone should keep it just in case. Here you go. Thank you, but I wasn't a part of the mission.
Yeah, you gotta wear it.
Unless someone else objects.
Just
They won't.
don't wear it on your neck. Like, wear it hidden somewhere where someone won't find it right away. And
Of course.
take it off you before it brings you back.
Sure. She furls it and puts it as a armband thing. She has a full cloak on, so it can't be viewed unless you remove the cloak. So fully fine. All right.
Shall we go?
Let's.
Make way towards guard
Yes,
station. Guards ask. You say no. You can't ask my name. You put down under her name. I don't know what that means, but sure, of course. You step through. There you see magical circle currently being housed, or at least watched over by a random guy you don't know. They have like gray skin, thin whip ears, looking towards you with a bald head. Hey, you the guys gonna use a circle or whatever?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and step in. Just let me know the destination. It's a one-time, one-way thing. So you need to come back to the city or use the other person's circle.
Aster hears in his head. Give me a minute. I want to memorize it quick, and I'm gonna memorize the circle so that I know it for reference.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I'll do an intelligence saving throw.
You have an
Nice.
advantage and a +4.
Oh, okay.
Well, if it's not magical, you don't have advantage.
It
but
is
you do have
magical.
a
It is
+4.
magical. It is magical. He has it. He has it. He has it. He already succeeded with the 20.
24. So 24.
Yeah. You do see that the images begin to swirl and swivel around you, and you notice that the walls around you are causing this weird effect. It's a safeguard to make sure that people that aren't supposed to try to memorize this don't memorize this.
But I saved, so I memorized it.
It takes a little bit of time, but you do memorize it. Like when he's describing the entire ruling of how to use this thing, you memorized it. And again, if you need to come back, you need to use the other side circle. All right? Everyone got it?
Very well.
All right then. Also, don't try to memorize this. We have safeguards for safety. All right. Does everyone step inside?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Name destination.
Capital.
All right. Capital. Good luck out there. I heard the new boss is a real pain in the ass. As you begin to warp away.
I'm literally keeping this man employed.
He's newly employed. He's
For
supposed to be the
long.
enchanter,
Yeah, but
Chris.
like I do have a question. Why does it like? Yeah.
The man is honestly just busting balls. He has no idea who Aster is. He was just giving you guys shit.
No, I'm just wondering why you've got everybody hating him so much to this extent, you know?
Yeah, it's not like the last guy was any good.
It wasn't. But it was stable. Like when things change, people, even if it's better or if it's worse, people always have opinions. Like if it's good, if it's bad for them, there's always opinions. This guy was honestly just busting balls, but other people don't like him for their own reasons. Like you don't have to like every politician.
It
That's
just
the extent of things.
it just seems that every time we interact with somebody with him, they hate him.
Specifically in this town is because of the mayor's daughter that was brainwashed and was talking smack against Aster, so that in itself was warped. With the city you dealt with beforehand, he was kind of mentally messed up with the whole light thing. That's
Alright,
one of the reasons why I didn't like him.
alright.
It's just ironically enough the cities you went to. Most of the
Getting to
people
be-
don't.
It's getting to be right around where Dogma wanted to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that most of the people honestly don't care. It's just the cities you wound up in first time. I also am pretty sure it passed the time, but that's neither here or there.
You said
Technically,
2.5, 3.
yeah. Either way,
Yeah,
Oh.
10 would be 3.
You're
9,
giants
30.
now. It would
Fee 5 full thumb.
it would
And
technically
you
be.
broke part of the drawing too.
I copied and pasted. Anyways, it would technically be a room behind this room, safeguarded and locked, but this is the quickest knife I found. You return without too much of an issue.
There's 2 Yokos.
You return without too much of an issue. You come back the other end. The knights here salute and greet you. Greetings, King. Quick safe passage. What can we do for you today? We weren't expecting you until 2 weeks from now.
Ass.
I just need to think. What is the council in session? Where's my sister?
Currently working with the council members to deal with current situation at hand. Planning for the upcoming summit.
Wait, did we get teleported right into the throne room?
No, you came through the northern
Oh,
doorway.
that was supposed to be out of character.
Now, again, don't have that map ready. It's a safeguarded room that's safe, protected. You came out of that room, came through, and wound up in the throne room.
Okay. Sorry, I must have spaced it out or something.
Good.
Should probably get another teleportation circle for not directly into the castle.
Again, they're not supposed to be known.
For a different time.
Especially if we're going to war.
There was a reason why the enchantress was like, no, these things gotta be safeguarded. More than they are before.
But I am going to go meet with my sister and the council to help them plan and discuss things.
Of course, sir. Do you want us to direct you, or should we make way with you?
Just remain at your post, please.
They salute, continuing to salute until you're away from their vision.
Thane, Layla, you're welcome to come with me so that I might secure your papers.
All right.
Very well. You guys begin to make way towards the councilman's room. I'm gonna give it to you. You would probably already know it. Before you left, you probably said, and this is the council's room, and this is your room, and so on and so forth. So you begin to make your way there. But what you find...
Oh,
Go ahead.
Aster, before you head for your fancy meeting, you should probably take these papers with you. And I'll give them all the papers I took from Lady Silver or Matriarch Silver's desk.